Holy cow, the chat's lit. Let me turn my music off. How is everyone doing? Welcome, President Joe Biden. Thank you for joining me. I know this is an important day in the history of our country that we all need to get together and rally for free speech and equality for all. I feel very attacked today, and I am not happy. So, hopefully tomorrow we see the comeuppance coming, because that would be awesome. How are after hours doing? Yeah, they're okay. Nothing special. They're actually not as bad as I thought. Dude, TDA. I had a sell order for half my stuff at $20 this morning to secure my gains, and I was going to ride the rest, and I got forced to hold all of it, which is fine. I'm not upset. I'm just upset that I lost out on money that I should not have lost out on. If I would have been able to figure out how to TDA to sell it pre-market, I figured it out now, but that's okay. It's my first time using TD Ameritrade. Thank you, sir. XPEV or Xi Key 3 open? Is that how you say it? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hold on a second. Okay, good. It's moving too fast. There we go. Did that work? Okay. Okay, calm down. Alright. So hopefully everyone did awesome on AMC today and at least locked in some money. According to what I'm looking at here, I believe we're still going to be okay. So basically what you're looking at here is after hours, we had a giant sell-off, and basically what happens is bounced off to 382 here if we don't count this scout wick right here. So basically this was the top at 20, not the, holy crap, it went to 26 in pre-market hours. I didn't even see that yesterday. But either way, what happened is we had this and it came back. So this is a very good sign. This is a bullish tweezers. It is not a engulfing, but it is definitely the way we want to go. So it's basically the reverse of what we see here. So ideally what we're looking at here tomorrow, if we do rally and Wall Street Bets does pick up, we could see this thing go to 30 tomorrow. So, oops. And then potentially Friday, maybe eventually it'll hit the 32 target. So tomorrow's going to be a very pivotal day. If the $10 holds tomorrow, it will go to 30. That's very important. So if the $10 holds tomorrow, that means that we were going to win, and then the gamma squeeze is going to happen. Because I'm not positive the gamma squeeze happened. I think this was the short squeeze right here. Partly part of it, maybe the gamma squeeze, but typically the gamma squeeze doesn't happen until they need to make it happen. So this may have been slightly preemptive. There was a lot of volume today, but after hours, with the way the retail traders don't have access to it like stock investors do, we sold off, but we bought back at the end of the day. So I truly believe that depending on how we open, if we open green tomorrow, I believe tomorrow's going to be a very awesome day. I think people are going to be pissed and that about what happened with Wall Street Bets. And I'm not saying to go all in on AMC. I'm not. I don't want you to lose your money, because there's a lot of big money on Wall Street, and so if we can't overturn them, then they might force this under $9, and if they force it under 9, then we're in trouble with the gamma squeeze not happening. But if we hold over 9, then all of those contracts that thank you, Open. All of those contracts that are due have to be covered. It's kind of like a short squeeze, but different. It's very similar concept, but different. So I'm gonna type something in Ace's chat if you're an Ace's server in main. So I'm gonna type the OI command just so we can see how many contracts there are. So there's 440,000 open interest. So that's how many contracts there was prior. There's 530,000 contracts traded today. So that means at a minimum 530 contracts, thousand. So that's 53 million shares that have to be covered still. So those have not been covered yet. So just keep that in mind. And the after hours on AMC was only 65 million. So if those were covered after hours, I doubt it because it was a sell-off. So this was probably a lot more shorting or people taking profits. Obviously, people, when this runs up, aren't going to leave profits on the table, especially if they see blood in the water. You know, there's the one thing about retail hands that sucks over Wall Street guys is a lot of us have weak hands, or paper hands we call it, where we're afraid of losing out on a lot of money that we've had before, and so we want to sell. You know, I was actually I did sell 50 shares today because I was up 500%. So worst case scenario, I sold my original investment plus I took back at least a profit. I did buy, so I bought more shares during the day, but I did sell 50 shares at in the after hours just to make sure I didn't lose money. And I'm still riding a bunch of shares still. So and if this thing has strength in the morning, I will probably buy in with a ton more shares tomorrow to support the effort. So this is just AMC. We're gonna do a couple others here. So let's do gamma right here. This actually hit my target perfectly. So I had charted this out yesterday when we were right here at 220, and I said it's going to go to 360, and it reversed back down. I nailed this absolutely perfect on the live. If you were on the live last night, I told you this was going to happen, and it played out beautifully. So you would have had a price target at 360 today. It went to 375, and that's fine. But look at what happened. So we had this charted with the arc here. I did this on live, so you would have known that this red line is very key, that you never really cross this red line. And look how this red line served as resistance. So not only did we hit the Fibonacci targets up here, but it went to the Fibonacci level here, and it hit the Fibonacci arc, or the Fibonacci fan here to the T. Like if you scroll in here, it literally bounced exactly on it. And I did this yesterday. So if you're telling me that you can't predict where short squeezes are going to go, you're dead wrong. And people are like, oh, don't play it, you can't predict it. No, you 100% can. You just need to know how. And that's the problem. You just need to know how. And if you're not versed in it and you haven't seen this before, do not play it because you will lose money. Oh, customize Fibs, pretty easy. You just click on the thing, and then you click the wheel here. This is tradingview.com for all the new people joining. Thank you. So, one thing that you're looking at here, I like to keep, if you're not familiar with Fibonacci trading and Elliott wave trading, it's very useful. I teach it for free on my YouTube. So if you're bored after and want to watch a couple 5-minute videos, I have 4 episodes out already. I'll be adding more. But I keep the important levels yellow, so I call those the golden levels. The crucial levels are red, so the 50% is red. So this will either serve as support down here or resistance up here. and then these can serve as sub-levels. And then I have the intra levels blue because they're not as important, but they still come into play. So I can send a screenshot of this after if you're curious. So if you guys want to be so kind and you're enjoying the content, just drop me a like. It helps with the algorithms. So that's really cool if you guys could do that. But let's go through. We're gonna go through all of the tickers, and then we're gonna do some custom requests after. So where are we going tomorrow is the key. So we went through basically a 5-wave Elliott wave here. So this is done. Unfortunately, that's why we had such a massive sell-off. This is basically done. So you had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I predicted all of this. So now what we're gonna do, and it's not done. What just means is that we're gonna have some blood in the water right now, and that's what the sharks are smelling right now. So basically what's happening is you're getting these retracements right here. So we could get potentially another squeeze, and there's no reason to say we couldn't. So what happened here is you had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullish impulse move. This could be even right there. So that means we need to have a correction, and what we're going through tonight is the correction. But that correction is getting bought up. So we had a massive correction, probably 30% correction, which is very, very common. A 30% correction on a move like this is sometimes up to a 60% correction. The important thing to see is that these levels held. So these levels right here of support, this supply demand zone right here, held up. And because it bounced so hard, I think tomorrow's going to be really nice. So if you're worried and you sold and you had paper hands, that's fine. You probably hopefully you made money, because the future is never certain. But I do think that we're going to have a good day tomorrow on these stocks again. I think tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun again. Pre-market will tell though. So fundamentals mean, so here's the thing. I'm going to type this out so that everyone can see this. You need to understand that fundamentals and technical analysis are two different things. So fundamentals are long-term investing. So over time, fundamentals always win. Keep that in mind. Fundamentals always win over time. Every time, always. That's why long-term investing is the most guaranteed thing. Technical investing, or TA, is a short-term plan. As in one day up to a few weeks. So when we're doing technical analysis and I'm doing things like this, I'm not looking to long-term GameStop. If you're looking to go long on GameStop, you don't know what you're doing. If you're looking to play GameStop for a couple days and take advantage of something you see once, maybe in a lifetime, yes, you should do that. And the fact that we tell you shouldn't is just because we don't want you to get in trouble, because we don't want you to do something you don't know what you're doing. What I'm trying to do is help you learn how to play them in a way so you know what you're doing. So yeah, let me get through my plan. I will open up the chat to request, I promise. I do have some time tonight, so just let me get through all of my predetermined things I want to get through, and then I will say when it's time, and I will take requests. Okay? So I have about yeah, it's not worth $300 a share. If you think it's worth $300 a share, I don't know what to tell you, but I mean, I could show you the fundamentals if you want to see the fundamentals on GameStop. They're right here. So, uh, I mean, price to free cash flow. I mean, to be honest, GameStop should be worth more than it was. Uh, yeah, they don't really make much money, but they don't. Let me look at their cash flow. Hold on here. I mean, they have a positive free cash flow, so they're not out of the money. Like they're not like a lot of companies. You know how many companies lose money and have negative cash flow? Companies like Neo, companies like Palantir. Did you know in the 20-year history of Palantir, they've never made a profit? That's a company that's worth $60 billion, literally 20 times what GameStop is, and they've never made money. Never, ever, not in 20 years. And you want to invest in Palantir in the long term, but you don't want to buy a GameStop share that actually makes money. Sure, they don't make a lot of money, and maybe the revenue isn't as high as Palantir. I would rather invest in a company that makes money than a company that doesn't make money. So I'm just going to throw that out there, and you can say what you want about it, but they do have a negative net income, but the fundamentals aren't as bad as Wall Street makes them out to be. And yeah, they did make negative 29 cents a share, and they've been losing money lately, but the partnership with Microsoft is not a small deal. There is a road to recovery with GameStop. Maybe it's not a great one, but if they can somehow partner with, if they make the right moves and do the right things, there is a road to recovery with them. It's just going to be a challenging one. That's why they're so shorted, is because Wall Street doesn't think they're going to come back. So, yeah, they don't make a profit. I was wrong. I looked at that again. They used to make a profit, but they haven't recently. So, but I'm just saying, like, if you look at Palantir, PLTR, and you look at their financials, like they have negative 53 million cash flow. So they have not an awful asset to liability ratio, but they're going to need to raise money. They have a net income of almost negative 1 billion. They are losing 3 times the amount of income than they're making. Look at this revenue. They're making 300 million a quarter and losing 900 million. And you want to invest in Palantir at $50 a share. This is a $14 stock. I don't care how you look at it. This is a purely technical driven chart and not fundamentally based. And if you're telling me that it's better to invest in this than GameStop, then again, you don't know what you're doing. So I was very much on board with this when it was $9, thinking it would get to 14. I am not on board with this when it's at 45. So keep that in mind. Their last earnings, they missed earnings revenue by 4,000%. 4,000%. So, alright, I'm done with Palantir. Sorry. Let's get back to why we're here. I'm just trying to compare things and put things in perspective. Like, I'm just annoyed that CNBC and all these hedge funds are going after these stocks that have legitimate business concepts. Like AMC is a victim of a plague, yes, but it doesn't mean that they're a bad company. It just means that they're going through rough times. There is a road to recovery with them. So yesterday on live I said BlackBerry could get into this box right here between 26 and 32, and it hit the 618 perfectly at 28.41 and rejected off of that. So yeah, I can't promise I'm going to do live every day. I do have a wife and kids, and they do love me, and they want me to hang out with them. So I'll try to do lives as much as I can, and I appreciate everyone that's joining me tonight. I really do. So I record all of these and they get auto posted after. So if you can't make them all, yeah, I don't know. I got like this weird thing for Palantir and Neo. I just want them to be fair. Just want them to be fair valued. I I've done trying to conceptualize. Tesla's like in this weird place where it's like I love Tesla as a concept. The evaluation of it is crazy, but the thing with people investing in Tesla, they're not investing in Tesla for the fundamentals. They're investing in Tesla because they're literally it's the future of mankind. I think that's what it is. Um, they're investing in Tesla because in their eyes, Tesla is the future of mankind. So they don't care about the valuation. What they care about, and this is what I've come to realize, what they care about with Tesla is they want Elon to have the money so that he can further innovate and make things better for mankind. And that is why Tesla is worth what it is. It's not because of what they make for money. It's because people trust Elon to further advance mankind. And that's why Tesla is worth what it is. So keep that in mind that while I've struggled for years to understand Tesla over the last year and a half on a fundamental standpoint, I've given up on it, and I've kind of embraced the whole idea that the reason people invest in Tesla isn't because they think it's worth 40 profit to earnings ratio or whatever that is. They're investing in it because they want to invest in Elon, and they want to invest in the things that he's going to create. So maybe that makes sense for you too. So, wow, we might hit 1,000 viewers tonight. That's awesome. Thank you, everyone. It's always been my dream to have 1,000 viewers. So, let's talk about BlackBerry. So, BlackBerry, it bounced really hard, and we had this full tweezers right here. So, if you're not familiar with candlesticks, when you get a full reversal here where the candle body is, so basically you have this drop here. If you're not familiar with a candlestick, and I'm not sure how many are, so I'll just do a quick lesson, and then we'll move on. So a candle is formed when a red candle is formed when the opening is right here, and then it goes up to make the wick, and then it comes down to make the bottom wick, and then it closes here. And the opening price is where the top of the body is, so the full part, and the closing price is where the bottom is on a red candle, and it's vice versa on the other. So that means this started out right here, went down, got bought up, and came back here, and then closed right here. So it did go up a little bit here. It would have been nice to see this close at the high of this, but this is a very nice reversal tweezers. So it's kind of like if you had a tweezers, you're looking at these being the same. So if you were to separate these, you could tweeze something with them. That's why they're called a tweezers. So this is a bullish tweezers here, and this is a bearish tweezers here. So, and this is a bullish tweezers here, and that's what and that's what these are about here. So let's look through this and see what we're going to think this is going to do tomorrow. So I'm going to start over with nothing on here. I am going to use after hours because I don't normally use after hours, but because after hours have been so important on these stocks, I feel like I need to. So we need to see, alright, so this was our basic support line right here. This is where we don't want to go below. We do want to use a Fib retracement, so we go high to low of our most recent movement. Oops. So what you can see happen here is this hit the 236. Basically, it hit the supply or demand zone down here. So we have a zone right here where you can see it's a zone is where it can be support or resistance. The important thing is it held. So we had this double bottom and it held. So everyone, oh my God, Brandon, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're getting banned. Oh my God. Why are people like that? Like, that's just, like, why? I don't get it. Like, it just, I don't get it. Sorry. I need to make some more people mods. My goodness. Raul, you're a godsend. All right. Get a little sidetracked there. That was interesting. Banhammer, yes. All right. So interesting. So anyways, we got this demand zone here. So that basically means there's demand for the stock. And so let's see where this could go. If we do get buyers coming in. Now, there's no guarantee that we're going to get buyers coming in. You have to understand with BlackBerry, there's a couple key differences between BlackBerry, AMC, and GME. While BlackBerry actually has a real legitimate future, like as much as you think BlackBerry was a cell phone company, they weren't a cell phone company. They were a technology company. They were a software company. What made BlackBerry great was their software. And what's making them great in the future is actually their EV technology that they're partnering with all these smart cars and providing software for them provides them with a very bright future. Especially as EVs explode and become more and more embraced. BlackBerry is partnering with, I can't remember, I have to look them up, but BlackBerry, I'm just going to do it real quick, BlackBerry partnership. So BlackBerry's partnered with Baidu, they're partnered with Hyundai, all of these, they're partnered with Amazon, Neptune, all of these, Red Cross, all of these companies that are working on autonomous vehicles, BlackBerry is actually at the front of for delivering autonomous vehicles technology. So they have a very, very bright future. So just keep that in mind. They have a very bright future, and they are worth what they are worth, and they have a legitimate fundamental value for what they are worth. So their squeeze, while powered by the other squeezes going on right now, isn't illegitimate, and they could have staying power. So this might be something. I'm not saying it is. I am not giving advice here, but it might be something that would potentially be worth going with as like a leap or something in the long term, because this might continue to move. But the problem with BlackBerry, and I alluded to this, is they have a very large float. So they have way more shares available than, say, GameStop. So you might think GameStop's overvalued. Well, the market cap on BlackBerry is 14 million, while the market cap on GameStop is 24. So something that is at 236 is only worth double something that's at 26. So something that's 10 times the price is only worth 2 times the market cap. And GameStop is not worth 24 billion. But that's not what we're going to get into tonight. What we're getting into is to have a game plan, so you can have a game plan, if you're in these, to know what to expect tomorrow. And that's what tonight's about. I would be very worried about holding any of these stocks over the weekend, but here's the thing. When a gamma squeeze happens when there's open contracts that are in the money. So I'm just going to repost what I had the other night, and we'll just recap that here because we have a lot more new viewers tonight. So a gamma squeeze is when there's open contracts, and I alluded to this earlier, but we have a lot more viewers now. Yeah, we're gonna go. We'll recap all this stuff, but a gamma squeeze is when there's an increase in the price of stock based on investor buying options to drive up the price of the stocks due to the option sellers needing to hedge their trades on other underlying stocks. So what that means is, say there's 100,000 options purchased. Well, that's the option to purchase 10 million shares. So that means if those 100,000, thank you, DT, appreciate it. Shout out to DT. So that means if this is something that I don't see anyone talk about it. It actually boggles my mind that no one knows what a gamma squeeze is, and it's probably because you don't see it much, or a lot to this extent at least. Gamma squeezes do happen, and it's important to look at open interest and volume, but you don't see the type of volume that we're seeing right now. Hey, we broke 1,000. Thank you, everyone. My first 1K viewership. Really appreciate it. Gonna crack a beer for that. It's high life, living the high life. Champagne of beers. Woo! We held it for a second, and then we lost like 30 people. Either way, so let's say there's 100,000. Let's get back to the business. So let's say there's 100,000 options purchased. That means, let's say, I'm just going to use this for instance. So on BlackBerry, let's say those options are to purchase it at $15 strike. At the $15 strike, you have that 100,000. When this goes in the money, if the stock doesn't get down there by Friday, that means those people, those hedges, those option sellers that sold. Oh, thank you, Casey. Really appreciate that. That's awesome. That means those sellers of those options that sold it at the strike at $15 now have to buy 10 million shares because they're going to need to be able to cover that position. If that call gets exercised, they have to have the shares available. They have to, or they're going to get charged for it. So just keep that in mind. Now, on BlackBerry, for instance, or I talked about it on AMC, for instance. There's what we know of is there was 530,000 contracts purchased today, and there was already 440 purchased. Now, those ones purchased today could have been others selling, but that means at least 500,000 tomorrow. So the OI on BB, let's just look at this real for instance. Holy cow. So BlackBerry definitely has more room to run. So BlackBerry more than doubled the open interest, or almost doubled the open interest today. So BlackBerry today had an open interest of 313,000. So that means they already had to cover 30 million contracts, and they had a volume just for this Friday. These are just these Friday contracts. This isn't talking about even the ones that are more out there, because there's still 200, 300, probably another 400, probably another million contracts that are out there that still need to be covered beyond this week. So, holy cow. Knock, yeah. Knock, we're going to do knock next. Thank you, Blakeman. So, we are definitely not done yet. If you think we're done yet, then don't play it. It's fine. You don't have to play it. I'm not telling anyone you need to play it. You know, if you don't understand it, then don't play it. It's fine. What I'm saying is, if you understand it and you understand the risks, it is a very risky play. But with risk comes reward. And that's the stock market. You have to understand your risk profile. So let's pull up knock here. Well, let's first figure out what we could do here. So this was a great correction right here. Looks like an ABC down right here. Let's see. So this was a, let's see, looks like it was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all of the squeezes happened in a 5-wave movement. So tomorrow we might not see much, as short sellers are going to attack the stock. What we're looking for is a green finish tomorrow, and if we're green on these stocks, Friday is going to be epic. Thank you, just watching. Appreciate the shout out and the tip. Yeah, we could do Best Buy. So I want to do knock, and then we'll do Best Buy. We'll get through all of them, I promise. I think we should do Genus and Sundial as well. So last night I told you on live that Bed Bath & Beyond could see 55 to 61, and look at that, it hit perfectly. Oh, thank you, John. I think it's crazy that people tell you that you don't know where these things. I've looked at every single stock we've had here. I put these boxes here last night. You can go back and watch me do this. Last night on the live, I showed you where it was going to go, and it went exactly there. Now, they got rejected in these zones, but they hit my targets perfectly. So they are 100% attacking this, trying to prevent the gamma squeeze. The short squeeze is not the concern. The short squeeze pretty much has happened by this point. What they are trying to prevent now is the gamma squeeze, because the gamma squeeze is bigger than the short squeeze. So thank you, Jeffrey. Appreciate it. So you have to understand that short squeezes are very good, but what's happening right now is you're having a movement, and what's happening with TD Ameritrade, this is what pisses me off the most. Like, I actually really liked TD Ameritrade basically until today, and they were going to be my choice. Like, literally, TD Ameritrade was going to be my choice for my flagship auto trader. I don't talk about my software as much on my live, but I am a full-fledged automated trading AI developer, and I'm working on automating trading for the retail investors. And if you follow me for the last 6 months, you know that's been my dream, is to automate auto trading. It's not what we're going to talk about tonight, but it's important because TD Ameritrade banned people from buying options on AMC and GameStop, which is one of the fundamental no-nos in free speech. Like, that drives me up a wall that they would do that, because they're trying to prevent a further gamma squeeze. So they're not issuing new contracts, they're not issuing new options, because they probably sold a lot of those contracts. What I'm guessing is they sold a lot of those contracts, and now they're trying to prevent the gamma squeeze from happening. And so it is total manipulation, and they know exactly what they're doing, and they're doing it because they want to protect us. No, we know what we're doing. Like, I promise you, we know what we're doing. Like, go retweet my tweet at Chamath and tell him that we know what we're doing, because he stands up for us. Like, I watched his live on CNBC. Bless that man for standing up for us. Like, yeah, this is a fun night. 1,300 viewers. Hells yeah. Hey, if you got one, cheers over the monitors. Cheers. Really appreciate that. So I'm drinking a beer. So Bed Bath & Beyond. Where is it going? Let me look real quick here. Hey, thank you, Mo. Mo, you're a good man. You give me tips every time. I really appreciate that. You know, I don't do this for the tips, but as I've said before, I'd be stupid to turn down free money. I do this because I was in that boat years ago, and my first year of investing, I didn't really know what I was doing. I lost 40 grand my first year. And it took me a long time, and there wasn't a lot of people out there that would help me. Now with technology and everything, we can come together and we can like each other, and we can help each other learn, and we can help each other make more money together. And together, we can be more powerful than hedge funds. And this week has proven that that is possible. And if you don't think it's possible, I think I have actually come to realize, thank you, Trey, appreciate it. I've come to realize that I personally, this blew my mind over the last few weeks. I personally have the power to influence the market. I had never thought that would be possible, but I have seen it live. Thank you, Mr. Seriously Lit. Really appreciate that. I have seen. Oh wow, thank you, Lewis. Really appreciate that. I have seen just through people with wow, Equatorial. Really appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate it. What I'm saying though is, Matthew, thank you. What I have seen with the power that our group has, we have almost 80,000 people now through Aces and 4,000 people in my personal server. Thank you, Razim. And when we buy stuff together, that shit moves, because when we start buying stuff and we buy in the money, so when we buy in the money on a stock and we do it in masses, that causes a gamma squeeze. We don't really talk about that, but that thank you, Jacob, and that is legit a thing. I don't do it on purpose. I do it because the technicals. I do it because the technicals match up, and the technicals tell you should buy, and then by buying, it's almost a self-realized manifestation. So one of the things that I talk about all the time is, and I probably need to focus on this a little bit more. I might have to develop a gamma. I have been thinking about it for a while, and I think we're going to start focusing on it more. Is focusing on gamma squeezes. I would really like to develop a gamma squeeze AI. Thank you, Rajesh. So some of the things we've been working on through our software development is we are working on an automated Wall Street bets bot. Now with Wall Street bets taken down, that might be a little harder, if I'm being honest. But what we are working on is dark pool index bots. So basically bots that can pick up dark pool buying and alert us. We are working on gamma squeeze bots. That has been something we've actually been working on for months, and we haven't really talked about because it hasn't really been as front and center as it has this week. So gamma is something that very few retail traders know about, and I wish more people talked about it. Thank you, Alex. King Clown in the house. And I wish people paid more attention to paying attention to open interest, volume, things like that. People just look at the stock and they're like here's what people do. So they're like, oh, I got a trend line. Here. I got a trend line here. That's probably gonna go up, it looks like, but I'm not really sure. Maybe there's a little support right there. Yeah. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Nathan. And that's what most retail traders do. They know how to draw trend lines and support lines, which is good. That's a very good start. And that strategy can work on a very limited basis. But if you were swing trading and you're looking at powerful movements, and you want to capture those big movements, and that's what we all want, right? We want those huge returns. You can do this to capture those 10 to 20% gains, and you can do that consistently with support and trend lines, and you can do that with the two-line method. But thank you, John. But if you want to look for those moves and you want to know when those moves are going to happen, you need to know how to read the rest of the stuff. If you follow me and you want to know how I find all these things all the time, it's because I look at alpha, I look at gamma, I look at OI, I look at interest, I look at what's hot, what's trending. I have all these bots that tell me. I look at smart money buying, I look at dark pool buying, I look at gamma squeezes, all those things. Like, these things people don't think about, but I'm automating. Thank you, Kieran. Thank you, Winged. I'm automating all of this in a way that makes it easier and more accessible to us so that we can capture these movements and take advantage of them. So when I talk about flow, I think flow is becoming more and more popular. So what is flow? So options flow is basically just large money buying of large options. And being able to filter out what is a purchase and what is a sell is very important. And so if you see $1 million, thank you, Derek. If you see someone buying $5 million of options out of the money on a stock that, and those options expire in 2 weeks, that should tell you something, and that should draw your attention there. So like when I randomly talk about random stocks, it's because I'm seeing flow that is very unusual. And what that flow then is telling you is if that stock starts to go up, that flow then becomes in the money. And when you have thousands and thousands of contracts in the money, then that causes a short-term gamma squeeze, which will cause that stock to go up even more. So in some, it's like a self-fulfilling destiny when you see these large flows being bought in. So you see, say, 2 million contracts being bought in, that causes that gamma squeeze, and that causes that to go up. So, all right, I got a little off track. I got a little on my soapbox there, but appreciate everyone coming. Wow, we got almost 1,500 viewers. That's crazy. So Bed Bath & Beyond, I think, again, it's going for this box right here. I think 55 to 60 is still reasonable. You had this reversal. These end of the day reversals here in the last hour are huge. This is telling me that we're not done yet. If this would have just straight sold off, I would have been a little worried. But these last candles, 100% makes me believe we're still going. So let's see where we can go tomorrow, and let's see if we can get to this 55.60 on here. Did I do knock yet? I don't think I did knock yet. Well, knock. This is the problem with knock. I think I told people knock could maybe get to 12, but the problem with Nokia is they don't have as good. I mean, they made money, so it's not like. But they've missed their estimates repeatedly. But the problem with Nokia is they have such a large float. Like, such a large float. Mamba, my man, Kobe. So they have such a large float that they're 26 billion. So this $6 stock is worth 26 billion because they keep doing offerings. So they dilute their stocks so much that it's so hard for it to move up. So you will not see the type of gains that you're thinking that you're going to see on Nokia. If you're in Nokia because you're like, it's a $6 stock, that could go to 30. No, that is not going to happen. 100% it will not happen. And if it does, congratulations. I would love to be wrong, but I'm trying to temper expectations and tell you what could and could not happen. So on Nokia, it needs to hold at least $5.50. It cannot go below this level. And it looks like it did bounce there, so that is good. It did bounce here, but what you're seeing here is potentially a morning star. So if you don't know what a morning star is, this could be the start of it. I'm going to pull up an image here and throw it on the, here we go. So this is a morning star pattern. So this is an image you can see here. So you basically have a kind of a fat doji right here that's below these things right here. So you see lots and lots of selling, and then you have kind of that light at the end of the tunnel that's just going to reverse. So when you're looking at Nokia, you see down here you have this lots and lots of selling, and then you have this morning star doji. So if you're comparing these, you see this morning star doji. This could potentially be a morning star doji. So tomorrow, what I would love to see in pre-market is a nice fat green candle like that. So I want to see this tomorrow, and that would make me very confident in this. Now I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that would be what I would like to see in order for me to be confident in Nokia. Nokia is probably my least confident of the ones I'm watching, mainly because Raul, you're just going crazy with the bands. We never had to moderate like this before. Holy shit! Who gave me 100? Chris? Chris, you're awesome. Appreciate it. Paisley. I'm using TradingView. So if you're looking at this, this is TradingView. I customize TradingView to my personal settings. I should make a walkthrough video on TradingView. Let me check something real quick. I applied to be a oh wow, Tiffany and Melee, if you're watching, really appreciate the Venmos, by the way. I just saw that those came through. I actually applied to be a partner with TradingView. Says it's being reviewed. Either way, I think TradingView should approve my partnership. I would love it. I love their software, and I would love to be a featured partner with them. All right. Yeah, if I could get to 1,000 likes, that would be awesome. All right, so we did Nokia, we did GameStop. We can just do a quick review if you missed it, because I know we have a lot of viewers that just are joining. So AMC, again, review was. Oh, thank you, Oat. That is a very good question, Oat. So what happens? Let's say I'll type this out and probably make it easier. So the question was, this needs to be answered. I've gotten this question a lot. How can a stock have a short percentage of 250%? So that basically means if there's, for instance, if a stock has, I'm just going to make these simple, has 100. Thank you, Jeffrey. Yeah, Jeffrey, we're going to talk about space. Space is definitely one I want to talk about. 100 shares. And 250 shares are shorted. So basically, if a stock has 100 shares and 250 shares are shorted, I'm just going to make this as simple as possible. That basically means that that would have a short ratio of 250%, or not a short float percentage of 250%. So what that would then mean is Alex is like, I want to give away. So what that would then mean is that the brokerages are letting hedge funds short more shares than they're actually available. It's called a naked short. So they're basically taking a gamble. And this is legal, and it's kind of a gray area. It should not be legal. People think it's illegal, but it's not illegal. Otherwise, people wouldn't do it. But what then happens is then I'm going to actually, let me show you. I don't know if it's still, if I can even still show it. Yes, it's still here. Okay. There is a time when Volkswagen was the most valuable company in the world. And it's because of the exact same thing that's happening with GameStop. Thank you, Nico. I did just talk about Nokia. If you just joined, I'll go back to it, I promise. Express is another one I want to talk about. I've been seeing lots of chatter on that. But this is a very famous case. So what happened here in 2008 is Volkswagen, I think it was like right here it started happening. So Volkswagen was shorted like 300% of the float. It was just ridiculous amount of the float. And what happened was people thought Volkswagen was going to go out of business. And you think about it now, and people are like, well, Volkswagen's a very respected company. You know, they do good cars. People really like their vehicles, blah, 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 blah. But at the time, you know, their financials weren't very good. But what happened was there was a rumor that Volkswagen was going to get bought out. And so then what happened is that started a short squeeze. And I think that actually is what happened is Volkswagen got taken over. And my memory's a little phasey on exactly what caused it. But basically Volkswagen was getting bought out. And it was at like $20 a share when the stock was at like $10 a share. But the problem was, and this is what caused it, it was like $27 a share. And that's why this is the key level right here. So the problem is that no one's going to sell their shares at $27 a share when they know there's a 250% short float. So so when people need to cover their shares because now they know for sure that that stock is getting sold at 27 and no one's selling it at 27 because there's no shares to sell, it causes an extreme reaction. And so this stock went from 27 to 116. And that happened basically overnight. And I have another example of this. So Tilray actually did the exact same thing that's going on with GameStop. And we talked about this a little in the chat. So Tilray was crazy shorted and it had a low float. So Tilray is actually a very low float stock. I could probably look at this on the daily. I remember watching this live on my phone. I literally can remember exactly where I was. I was in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, sitting in a McDonald's parking lot, staring at my phone as this went from $150 to $300, got halted, and within 15 minutes went back down to... So it dropped $150 in 15 minutes. So this, you could have bought right here, I think like a $200 call at 150, made 10,000%, shorted it, and then made another 10,000%. And so you could have turned $100 into 10,000 into 10 million in 15 minutes. You could have turned $100 into 10 million if you had played that correctly, which blows my mind. I talk about these things all the time. Like, people say, you know, the stock market, blah, blah, you know, it's passive investing. I only want to make 10 to 15% a year, and I'm happy. Yes, that's what your financial advisors are going to tell you, because that is the right answer. That is the safe answer. That is the consistent answer. But if you know what you're doing and you do it correctly, yes, you can make money faster. Alright, people want charts. Alright, let's do some charts. I said I was going to do... let's do space. I think a lot of people are interested in space. Okay, so space had something going on for it. So this had a cup and handle. Holy shnikes, that hit my target almost perfectly. Alright, so we're going to bust this out on the 1 hour. Talk about today. Without extended hours. Alright, so I had charted this out, I think, yesterday on the live. And I said it probably was hitting 50. And it blew past my all of these blew past my expectation. I underestimated the power. This went to 58 and reversed, and it's probably, I'm assuming that was a fib. Let's see what's going on with this right here. Alright, so that was a full 1%, or that was a full extension of the 3. So that basically, what happened was this went down here. This went way too crazy, way too fast. So this went full parabolic and came crashing down. But that also means we can now move back up. So again, this has that morning star right here. So that means this could potentially now go to 67. What's the OI on this? Let me see. I'm assuming it's crazy too. Yeah, OI is not as crazy, so it does have a high short percentage, and it does have 2 million or 200,000 in contracts purchased. This is not done. The people that think this is done are this is not done. None of these are done. So yeah, AMC Carlos was one of the first ones I did. Um, but this is bouncing right here. It literally retouched this level right here, and that means we're starting again. And so if you think this is done, I have news for you. It's probably not done. So space is just getting started. Space is probably going to 67. All right. So AMC, just a recap for the new people. I had AMC going to 29 potentially tomorrow because AMC bounced off the 382, which is very typical for a wave 1. So that's telling me that this is just the first wave. We're just starting. So as long as we hold 10, this is the key level. 10 is by far the key level. If we can hold above that, that means the gamma squeeze will happen. So, alright. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed and you want to get notifications on when I go live or when I post a video, please do so. I really appreciate that. I don't put ads on any of my videos, so you can just jump right into the content. Alright, so sundial, I was... what's going on there? The problem with sundial is they just did an offering. And what sundial really needs to do is, instead of an offering, they need to do a reverse split, then an offering. They're really... I'm not confident in their management. I'm not confident in what they're doing. I don't love their stewardship. So they're going on 1 billion. So they had four times the average volume here. But this is a very good short-term stock. I would not go long on this. But if you're into penny stocks, I understand. I talk about how I don't love penny stocks, but I get it. I know why you want to do this. I saw a lot of flow for some reason on the dollar calls. I hope we'd get squeezed because I'm in Tilray, so that would make me very happy. Hey, thank you, Lucas. I don't really recommend any books. I don't read many stock books. I'm more of a visual learner, so I would say look at some YouTube videos. Check out mine, check out others. I'm not the only one out there. There's tons out there. I learn as well, so I don't really have a target on this. This doesn't really have like anything specifically that looks pretty. This is just going to go on fumes. I talked about Nokia earlier. I'll recap it here real quick. So Nokia, I said, could get to that 9 to 12 range, but Nokia is my least favorite of the Wall Street ones. Really what you're going to want to see is a full reversal candle here. You're going to want to see this open around 7 tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm not confident in Nokia. All right, Express. Let's talk about Express. That has been very popular. I had charted this out as my likely path yesterday. I'm not totally wrong. I mean, my bounce level is definitely right. I just had this wrong. So that means tomorrow might... I know it sounds crazy, but crazy. Don't call me crazy, but this could maybe go to 16. Maybe. I mean, it's probably going to retest 12 if I'm being honest. All of these stuns looked really good with these candles, so let's see what happens tomorrow. No promises. I mean, that's a morning star candle right there if I've ever seen one. I would not be at all doubtful that I would not be shocked if this went to 19 actually. At all. But let's see wow, this stock has gone nuts lately. That's crazy. I know I haven't been on this one, but I know I've been hearing the chatter on it. So that's crazy. Really appreciate people telling me about these things. Dougie, man. Putting people in timeout left and right. What's going on here? I'm just trying to catch up on some of the comments, so if I'm not talking, that's why. Yeah, I know it's down to 730, but you have to look at the price action here. You had the people trying to squeeze it down. So the big boys are trying to push this down so that they're not going to get gamma or short squeezed. Chris, they might actually cover Thursday, so I am still in AMC. I'm still in AMC. Oh, Naked, that was another one today. Holy shnikes on Naked today. This thing went bonkers. What did it go from? 37 cents to $3. So this went up 1,000% today. Wow. That is just unreal. Like, the volume on this, too. 2.3 billion shares. 2.3 billion shares. No, you're good, Raul. I appreciate you helping out. That's why you're a mod. It's kind of a crazy night, you know. Crazy expectations. Everyone's in a euphoric stage. Everyone wants to know what the future's gonna behold. You know, I'm not a psychic or anything. I use technical analysis to help probability and statistics tell you what's probably gonna happen. But this one might this might be the one. This might be the one that we play tomorrow. I'm looking at this. Hold on, let me I'm pretty sure Naked was, oh my goodness. Yeah, Naked that can't be right. What? Only 10 million shares? That can't be right. Alright. Let me look at, I just looked at Sundial. Hold on one second here. I'm going to look at the OI for Naked. Apparently that is not a ticker that is covered. Alright, let's see here. Just catching up on some messages here. Just give me 1 second. I see Wall Street Bets. Alright, so this is a ticker I want to talk about as well. So I have been watching AG for a while. It's funny that Wall Street Bets chose this one as well. So if you're not in AG, I've been talking about this for a week. What I saw was this hit the cup handle breakout retest perfect. And so I called a lotto and I said, let's get some 15s. They're $20 each because this thing could go to 17. And if you look at extended hours, it hit 17 extended hours. So I expect this to hit 17 tomorrow. This could be This will probably be 1,000% return for people that took this lottery play in my Discord. And if you're not in my Discord, click the link at the top. It's probably the most advanced trading Discord out there in terms of tools and everything we provide. I'm trying to create something special at TFC, and I want everything to be as easy as possible for us to catch plays like this. So, alright, I'm going to try to catch a couple tickers here. I have a feeling tomorrow's going to be a wild day. Really wild day. I think we got a little depressed after hours with everything that's going on, but I think tomorrow's gonna be a wild day. Hey, if I missed a shout out on a tip, I apologize. Thank you, man with two eyes. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you, Chris. Let's build a bear. Oh, hello. So this went from $4 to $9. Oh wow, this after hours though, that's not a good after hours. I'm sorry. As euphoric as this one may be, I would not be inclined to go in on this. This is probably one that I would not do. It's only got $100 million cap. This is literally a penny stock. Now, yes, we could manipulate this, but I am not going to promote that. So, what is Blockbuster's ticker? Blockbuster? I don't even know what Blockbuster's ticker is. Like, that's still a thing even? Oh, yeah, okay. VLDR. Okay, so VLDR hit the 2350 resistance after and is fine. We're going to be okay. So, I had called this out. I made this chart. I have not touched it since I wrote this this was one of my newsletter plays for my premium customers. What I had noticed, I'll go through this. So, what I noticed in VLDR is you got this giant cup and handle here. And I was like, I bet you worst case scenario this hits 30, but it's probably hitting 32. It's followed it to a T so far. And I wrote this on Saturday as a trade plan for everyone. And so it's kind of been wish-washing through these zones. It got rejected in this breakout zone. And I mentioned that to everyone, that this is when I had this little wick right here that caught my attention. And it caused my alert to go off. But unfortunately that wick was a fake out. And then it eventually had a evening star and went back. But we had a nice reversal candle here. The after hours is concerning, I understand, but I'm going to see what it does in the morning. As long as it holds 2350, I got weeks. Like, I literally have my contracts out here. So, I'm not worried at all, and I know you have contracts out here because you can't buy contracts even closer. You have to have 19 or out. So, if you're in VLDR, do not freak out. VLDR looks amazing. Have faith. Everything tells me we're going to be okay. So, until this breaks below 23, I would not freak out. Thank you, Mo. Alright, Mo. Spend money, you get a little something, something. Alright, so, it looks to be, how's after hours? Mo, you're going to be okay. If you're an XBuy, you're going to be okay. This looks to be kind of like this. I don't expect this to be huge, but you could see something like a rising wedge right here. So maybe like $3 you get to. Anus, come on, dude. Alright, BND. Yeah, my Discord is free currently. 90% of it's free. I do have a small premium section, but all education, a lot of my bots are free. Super Fortuna technicals are free. Flow, because I have to spend thousands of dollars on for the data for Flow, for live Flow, to own the data. I have it free for the next 2 weeks. It'll be free, but then I'm gonna put that behind a paywall. That again, I'm spending thousands of my own money, so I feel like that's fair. All right, so we're gonna do BNGO, and someone asked me about AESE last night. I'm not doing Pelotar. I did that earlier. Oh, Genus. Yes, Genus. Sorry, I wanted to do that one. I've had people just begging me on that, and I know one of my founders, Tay, business partners. Looks like this got squeezed back here. Holy cow! So this got squeezed to 12 back here. So I'm pretty sure Tay is in this as well. Ooh, ugh. All right, so this looks really good for today. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Again, like everything I'm seeing here after hours, it's all going to depend on what the morning is. Like you had a lot of pressure selling off. Like these are big red she-dick candles. But you're getting this hope right here. And so this could be just short sellers covering at the end their positions, which could be good. And that means they're not shorting anymore. So these will all depend on what the pre-market action is. And I can't make a prediction because I don't know what the pre-market's going to be. But it is a nice hope there. So let me drink a little water here. Bowie, do you really have 20k on AMC? God, I hope AMC moons for you. I mean, I put a couple grand on it myself, so I can't say much, but I didn't put 20k on it. Alright, yeah, Pitt, you're referring to people wanting to be delta neutral. I mean, it's the same concept. It's just referred to differently. I mean, the concept is the same. Whether you call it a delta squeeze or a gamma squeeze, doesn't matter. What you need to understand is the concept of it. So if you understand the concept, then you can take advantage of it. And that's what really matters, is understanding the concept. Whether you label something a dog or a cat, if it meows, then you can take advantage of it. I just did naked. I did not like naked, by the way. It looked bad. Or no, naked was the one I really liked. Sorry. Naked was the one I really liked, I think. Yeah, naked looked really good. So naked tomorrow will probably retest $3 to $4. Yes, I did Blackberry. Yes, I did Sundial. Yes, I did naked. Sundial looked awful. I don't love Sundial. Oh. I did Best Buy. It's hard to keep doing things over and over. I'm really sorry. I mean, maybe I can figure... Wait a second. I charted this? When the hell did I chart this? Wow. Looks like I was pretty accurate on it. I don't remember doing this. Man, I chart so much, like it's crazy. I don't know what this is. It's probably because people always ask me on these things, and I don't know. You know, I just do them because I'm nice. Oh man, Michael. They, Wheaton Precious Metals. Yeah, we can do Wheaton. We'll do GameStop one more time. Thank you, Open. Thank you, Michael. Um, yeah, Daniel, you don't have to spam it. I can read what you're doing. We can do BNGO. Let me finish this right here. So here's what I'm seeing right here. So I'm seeing this. So this is what I'm seeing here. So I do think this could go. This does look to be the end of this. So this is an ABCDE flat correction. So as long as 278 holds, this should retest 450. So this should retest 450. Your key breakout level is going to be over 3. So if this gets over 3, it'll fill the gap to 330, and then over 330 it could hit 450. Matthew, I'm going to be honest with you. I try to automate it as much as possible. So if I see something, I'll usually automate it with, so you'll see here this little clock here. What I'll do is if I chart something and I really like it, I'll set an alert here, and then I'll automate that into my server so everyone can see it when the key breakout level is happening. So this was actually a false breakout, but I did AMC. It was literally the first one I did. B and Go is going through a correction here. I would not. It could be going parabolic, so as long as B and Go holds 10, needs to hold 10. So if it holds 10, then you're gonna be okay. So if it holds 10, you're gonna be fine. If it doesn't hold 10, then you're not gonna be fine. I mean, that could go down that low, but hey, Jep. Salt man, appreciate it. Hey, I know you think you just joined too, so I don't know what TLSS is. I'll be honest with you. I don't really go on Reddit as much as I used to. I just don't have time. I used to go on Reddit to pass the time, but I mean honestly, if I'm not going live or I'm not looking at charts or something like that, I'm probably working on creating some sort of AI or something like that. So I'm working on Super Fortuna or stuff like that. So of course it's a penny stock. No, awful. Not touching that. There's a lot of charts to post, man. Dan, after today, do you really judge me being at DEF CON level 2? We went down 3% today, dude. And what charts? All right. Cool. All right. So let's go through all the short squeeze charts. So you want these on Discord? Fine. Hold on one second. I'm going to take all these pictures. I'm going to throw them in the Discord. And so people can see them so they know I'm not just fibbing. So let me pull up Discord. Thank you, Tatum. I'm not Asian. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Giovanni. I guess if Russia is in Asia, then sure. Alright, AMC. I'm going to go through these real quick. Post all these charts. I don't remember making this line. I'm just going to do this. If you're not in Discord, link is pinned. I highly recommend it. Obviously, I own it, so why wouldn't I recommend it? These are obviously all bullish takes, so keep that in mind that these need to be green. So, and they need to hold. Oops. So what I did, VB, AMC, oh, GME. Yes, a lot of people in GME. Alright, and then we, Best Buy and Beyond was another one, and we're going to do Naked. Naked. Oh, yeah, this might be the one that's only getting started. This might be like the one that we're talking about next week. One second. I don't understand a lot of these. I'm just trying to go purely off technicals. Just keep that in mind. So, I feel like I'm missing something. So I got Naked, BB, GME, Noke, BB, AMC. There's just so many that are going on right now. Oh, man. Understandable. Hey, appreciate it. Simulant, thank you. Privet. GME needs to hold. It needs to hold this box, so it needs to hold 200. So as long as GME stays above 200, I think it can continue to go. Yeah, SPY we should definitely look at. Kevin, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Alright, we did space. I really appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. This is fun. Maybe we'll do this more often. You know, if we can have this kind of crowd and have this kind of fun and make this kind of money together, yeah, we could definitely do this more often. Discord is pinned to the top. If you, I know a lot of you may be coming from Aces, but I definitely do have my own. We want to do Dogecoin. Let's do Dogecoin. I'm not gonna do Apple tonight. I want to talk about SPY. I think SPY is important for us to talk about. What is Dogecoin doing? Holy mother of God. What is going on with Dogecoin? What the? I think I have Dogecoin. This is awesome. Yeah, I'm from Wisconsin. Ooh, a beer. Discord is discord.gg/thefinancialcloud. Super easy. It's legit. So, my website's thefinancialcloud.com. So if you're not familiar with me, I do own a company, the Financial Cloud. So this is my company, the Financial Cloud. You can go here to find the Discord and all that, but keep that in mind. Appreciate everyone joining. I'm not here to promote my company, but obviously, as CEO of a company, it would be unwise of me not to. So, NYMT, Mr. Garcia, I love you for mentioning the New York Mortgage Trust. It has been one of my favorite RETs, and I have me and my brother have been in it since it was $1.80, and I have been screaming for it to go to $8. It's been one of the only penny stocks that I have recommended, and mainly because of the dividend being so freaking high. This looks amazing. So, yeah, this thing I think will go back to $6 to $8. So, if you're not recognizing this chart, that's a cup and handle and a retest. So, this will probably go to $5. So, that was a little tangent. All right, let's go. When I'm done here, if you're in the Discord, go to the room select. If you're not familiar with my Discord, like I have a very technically advanced Discord. Oh, I had to rechart this whole thing. That's right. All right, so I had used this for predicting the future. So we'll redo this real quick. Probably be fun exercise, anyways. Ooh, that's a good sign. Okay, so if you're unfamiliar with fib circles, when it's above, it acts as resistance, and when it's below, it acts as support. So what we saw here was this should be green tomorrow based on the fact that this is resistance. If it's not green, it's just going to follow this down tomorrow, which is bad. And we do have support zone right here. So that is also, what the? Hold on. Alright. So you do have a demand zone down here, so that is very important. Apparently my YouTube is not buffering correctly, so I apologize if the YouTube is not working as good as it should. That is not me. Oh my God, Chris J, thank you so much. Alright, so I had tweeted this out, last week? Or Monday, maybe Monday it was? And I was like, shit, these fib circles are no lie. They are for real, like, gonna cause a problem. So what we're looking at here is, look at this. So this is crazy. So if we match this up with the high from the low, we basically get a retest here off of the fib circle and the 236 here. So this is interesting. So we do have a gap here. This could fill the gap. So this is kind of what I'm potentially seeing here. Is tomorrow we're going to be bullish. We're going to gap up, and then we're going to come back down. So I think tomorrow we're going to retest 383. No, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm saying it could happen. Because what we do have here, keep this in mind, we have an island gap here. So what happened was we have this gap here and this island right here. And that usually is, an island gap is very bad. This is usually a very strong sign that this is the end. So when we have an island gap like this, that usually means this is the end. Now, doesn't always mean it's going to happen, but it makes me very worried. So I am going to close everything. When it hits 383 tomorrow, I'm closing everything, and I'm going short on this. So as soon as it hits 383, I would buy puts tomorrow. If it hits 383. So we might open up like kind of down here, and we might rally, and then crash. Not the... This is the end. Oh no, this is the end. Isn't that the song? I mean, you swung puts. I would not have recommended that, but I understand why you would have thought that. 100%. What you're going to hope for is that we open red below this key level. This would probably be right there. That would so. If we open below 370.75, then there's a good chance we test 365. Now, 365 would be the absolute extreme that I think we would go to, just based on pure technicals. And so, this could definitely zigzag down. You know, what else could happen is we could reject off 380. So this to me is probably more likely than us filling the gap because it's an island gap. This is probably more likely to happen. I'm gonna share this chart. I hope if I leave everything up here that people can read it. Alright, Daniel, cool. It always worries me when people... I'll put this in aces, too. I'm just reading through some tickers here. I've done AMC. The charts are in the charts channel. If you can't see them, hold on. 1 second. I mass pinged everyone. I don't love pinging people, but oh, EXPR, yes. I did not post an EXPR chart. I apologize. Let me do that real quick. Alright, there we go. Yeah. I'm just reading through some comments. Just give me a second. So wait, Robinhood's telling us we can't buy options now? Jesus Christ. This is unreal. Like, we need to fight back. Is that real that Robinhood's telling us that we can't? I just got that message that Robinhood said that we can't buy AMC messages now. Oh my good. Hold on. So you can't buy options on GameStop or Robinhood? Oh, this is not going to end well for them. I honestly feel like this is not going to end well for them. I do see new calls available up to 40 on AMC. Um, option. Oh, it just says this option expires soon, so you can't buy it. But now I see that options available tomorrow on Robin will be between 10 and 40. Don't worry about it. We're going to be fine. Let's see what happens. They restricted them below 10. That's interesting that they allowed the ones above 10, but I don't understand how that's legal. SJP, I think you're going to be okay because you might have bought at a good price. So, all right. I've been going on almost 2 hours now. I'm gonna start wrapping her up here soon, just to give you. I've done Naked, BB, and EXPR. All the charts are in my server. Pelotar. There's too many of you people in Palantir. But fuck it. Let's see what we can figure out on Palantir. That is not a good sign for you right there, by the way. I do, however, think that Palantir has one more move in it. So. The fact that it only hit a 382 is not good for you, though. So what I expect to happen is probably, and then that move. So that's probably my guess right there on Palantir. But I'm not the right person to ask on this. I really just don't like the stock, if I'm being honest with you. So I think it's ridiculous where it's at right now. But me talking about AMC and all that, I don't really, it's like I talk about double standards, so I'm not gonna judge it. I mean, I hope it makes you money. I think it's got one more leg in it. The fact that it's only went to a 382 extension is not a good sign, though. So just keep that in mind. Palantir makes AI software, but they don't make money. So keep that in mind. Sorry, I'm getting pinged like crazy. Please, everyone that's telling me that you're in my Discord and you don't know where the charts are, go to the room selector, click the green card. I do this so that it's not... I have a lot of stuff going on my server, so I do that so that you can have the rooms that you want to see. Alright. Rocket went nuts today too, didn't it? Whoa, see. You made $250,000, dude? That's awesome. I hate to be the guy that tells you what to do with $250,000. I mean, that's a lot of pressure. I don't think it's done. Man, I'm really sorry, man. I don't think it's done, though. Oh, man, you could have seen this happening right here, too. Perfect breakout. I haven't even... Wow, okay. So, I don't love this sell-off at the end of the day. What did it do after hours? Nothing. Let's see what it does tomorrow. So this is a 1-2. I mean, this is an ABC. This isn't even, unless this is. I mean, this should have another flag up, but this is really invalidating right here. So this is retesting this, which I guess is good, and it rejected it. So maybe like 26 to 27. Oh man, yeah, $250,000. That's a lot of pressure, but I guess I don't think GameStop's done, unfortunately. Maybe what I would do is secure at least your. This is what I tell everyone. So if you're wondering whether you should hold or sell, take your original investment out. So no matter what, you can't lose money. If you're up big, but you don't. If you're up big, and you wanted to secure your winnings, take out. Let's say you're up 400%. Maybe take out your original plus 50%, and then you're still playing with 2/3 of your stake. And so the worst case scenario is you make 50%. Best case scenario, you got a bunch of runners that could potentially keep doubling. So, ooh, yeah, MAC. Sorry, I had a couple requests for that, and I've been getting sidetracked. MAC. All right, so. This potentially has one more move in it. Ooh, after hours do not look good though. That might be it. I mean, honestly, this could be the move right here. I could see that happening. So that could be the move right there. And then this could be the correction. So after hours, I mean, this is what happened after hours. I don't love that it didn't recover either, so I'm not gonna make a projection on this. Don't love that this was an evening star and it sold off after hours, so I'm not gonna make a projection on this. So. All right. Oh shit. I just had a crypto alert go off on my channel. On Dogecoin, it crossed a penny. So that basically means we're in breakout level, and it's probably going to 11 cents. Let me pull up Dogecoin right here because that literally just happened. I had my AI bot tell me about Dogecoin about 2 minutes ago. I know we were just talking about it too, which is funny. Yeah, this is literally what just happened. Is this alert that I had triggered right here just went off. Wow, that is. What are the other ones? What is Bitcoin going to, or is it just Dogecoin? It's just Dogecoin? It's just Dogecoin, huh? Yeah, it's just, wow, so it's just Dogecoin. So what's happening, actually this makes a lot of sense. I'm assuming that all the meme lords, as I'll call them, are pissed off, so they're piling into Dogecoin because it's the next meme stonk. Oh, man. Dogecoin for life, baby. Yeah, this could be a pump and dump. This might hit 11 and then reject back down. So if you're in Dogecoin, this level right here is going to be gigantic. If it can't get through 11 cents, I'd be a little worried. But that is a full giant Hulk dick with a huge amount of huge amount of volume. All right. Yeah, we still got 1,600 people here after 2 hours. Don't you guys got anything better to do? No, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. So, thank you everyone for being here. Can we hit 1,000 likes? That would be awesome. Wonder if that's possible. Does it bring this to me? 0.011. 0.011. So on the target here, 0.011. Sorry, 1 cent. 1.1 cents, not 11 cents. Sorry, 1.1 cents. Oh yeah. Okay. So I said I'd scan for. We'll do this real fast. Let's see if we can find one real fast. Might be Blink. Blink would be a good one. Nope, not that one. Not that one. All these are breaking down. CRISPR, maybe. Wow, DQ's done. What's that? Fuel Cell would be interesting to watch tomorrow. FireEye could be it. Flag It is one I would pay attention to. FUV maybe. Ooh, that didn't work out good on GNOG. Man, if you had taken this alert right here, you would have been sitting pretty on JCI. This looks nice. It's a little curving, which I don't love. Magnite is Magnite. It's really expensive to play too. If you're wrong, it hurts a lot. Neo could be a good short. Amazing how I was right on Neo after all. Everyone clowned me. Yes, I own Dogecoin. I've owned Dogecoin for a while. I'm not selling it. It's going to a quarter. One second. Alright, I'm just going through my alpha list here. NIU, which is not Neo, if it bounces tomorrow, could be another 1,000%. Nikola went way faster than oh my goodness. Nikola is flagging again here, so this would be wave 4. Nikola could go to 34. As a heavily shorted stock, this could easily go to 34, and the flag supports it. So I'm going to say this could be the 1,000%er tomorrow. Now, the after hours even makes me more confident in the fact that it bounced right here on support. Exactly, like 27 to 34 could be 1,000% move if you got weeklies. Like again, like the weeklies are going to be where you get your 1,000% moves, but they're extremely risky. So, I will share this. Alright, let's keep going. We're going to do this rapid fashion. This broke out. This is done. Nuon's done. What is this? Overstock. Overstock looks good. Well, a lot of these just look awful. They all broke the patterns I had. Plug. Plug played out very well from here, but what happened was it hit the solar system here, and it came crashing down. I know the plan was to search for some of these. Ooh, actually, this looks good. I know I went through these really fast. So what we're looking for on SunPower is for this to... Did it test it after hours? It broke right through it. Alright, so what we're looking for is an open above this blue line. And if it can open above the blue line, that basically means... For me, this is just getting started. This is a very heavily shorted stock as well. Because I think this is just getting started. I think this could go to 50 potentially. I mean, it's only a 300 million market cap. This could easily triple in power. Easily. I see no reason why it couldn't. I mean, it bounced off the 50%. This could be your 1000%er right here. I don't know what options look like, but this could go to 44 potentially, and then all the way up to 60. So if we're doing an extension off here as well, I mean, this could go to 62. This could be. I'm gonna leave the levels there just so people could see the levels, but I'm gonna tweet this. And I'll share this in the Discord as well. Alright, I got a couple more to get through here. I'm really liking Tilray. I'm actually in Tilray. Problem with Tilray is it's got a massive mountain to get over here. It's basically got to slice through this level. This has major resistance in it. So if it can't get through there, we'll see what happens tomorrow, though. Man, all of these. Woo. Look at how it bounced right off of that uptrend line. Frickin' to the T. That's crazy. Right back into this zone. If it breaks this line, it's going to 730. That could be a really good short. I feel good about Vila DR. This has been looking amazing, by the way. QLYS is on its way to 152. 100%, this is on its way to 152. And that's going to do it for me. So I think solar and weed is going to be probably where you're looking at still. Alright, so just to recap, Let's not let the establishments take us over. Let's not get distracted. Let's do what we can to stick it to the man. My Twitter is Tamikaze. I guess I could post it for you. It's just Tamikaze1. So, thank you everyone. It's been a good 2 hours. Try to do these more and more. I do these every Sunday night as like for sure. But I'll try to go more live when I can. So, thank you and have a wonderful evening. And if you want to hang out, I don't have Instagram, but if you want to hang out, I'll hang around in the Discord. So, thank you. AMC was the first ticker I did, Connor. All right, thank you.